We need honesty. Be honest. Chemo home friends, I want you girls to, what are some things women do wrong in relationships? We want honesty.
Oh, I have a big one.
It's not, it doesn't have to be about y'all, but women in general.
Yeah, in general, I have a big one.
Spit it out, spit it out.
I feel like a lot of women blame themselves when shit don't go right. And it might not sound like, okay, it got anything to do with like the relationship in general or in the relationship, but like in a relationship, I feel like a lot of times when, okay, your man, he might be depressed, you don't know what he going through or whatever, but whatever how he's acting, we put it on ourselves. And we're like, okay, he's acting like this because of me or something that I did. Or he's treating me like this because of something that I did. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's messed up because then we start dimming our light and we start acting different. And then that in turn kind of make our men kind of look at us like, this is not the woman that I fell in love with. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
not knowing.
Nagging.
No, it's not nagging.
I say the way we perceive it is men, when we going through stuff, we kind of like get into our own little world.
Yeah.
And try to fix stuff on our own in our own heads.
Right.
But women, y'all have this thing about y'all think it's y'all fault.
Right, because women are expressive. So if your girl is going through something and she's like, babe, I feel down today because such and such, and we'll let you know.
Yeah, but we don't.
Men don't do that.
But see, the thing about that is we'll
so
tell
then
you.
we gon' no, y'all don't.
No. Men will be like, listen, this has nothing to do with you. But y'all proceed to, it's me. What's going on?
Because you
why
know
you not
what?
saying anything?
You know why? Exactly, because you're not
yourself?
saying anything.
Because we're trying to internalize it on our own.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's what, can you see the cycle? So if a woman is looking at her man for guidance, right? And her man is not giving her that guidance to be like, okay, this is what it is, baby, it's not you, this is what it is. She's gonna make up her own scenario.
If we tell you it has nothing to do with you, let it go.
Right, but you're just saying that, but you're not being specific. Sometimes a woman wants to hear, okay, today at the job, I had a fucked up day at the job. Today, I lost $20,000. I was trying to flip it.
Tammy, do you think that's something women should not do? They should not internalize it.
They shouldn't. But I feel like
maybe we don't want to tell you
sometimes we do it because we're not getting that confirmation from our man.
But that's the problem. That's the thing that women probably do wrong. We try to get men to confirm, and that's not how men are wired.
Thank you.
We need to fall back.
Okay, but see, I feel like that's where it comes communication. Because if you know you got a woman that needs constant reassurance or she needs that, why can't you be that man for her? Don't be with her if you're not that type of man.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying? But if you know you're the type of man that you can
reassurance for her.
But
that's trying to be in his business.
No, it's
and
not.
He's trying to figure out the business.
No, it's not though. Because if you're supposed to be a wife and you're supposed to be there to help your man.
That's the trait of a wife. Hold on. Actually, the trait of a wife that's our role. If a man is internalizing something, he said, baby, it has nothing to do with you, a good wife will fall back and let you figure it out.
No, I don't think so.
Because a man is the head. It's not for you to try to be the head. Because he's probably
trying to figure out something
for that family.
But how are you going to know? How are you going to know how to?
That's the problem. Women try to fix things. Wives let men lead. Women try to fix and be the man.
Right, but hold on, no. But if you're the wife, you're supposed to be the rib, right? You're supposed to be his other half, right? So how are you gonna know? How are you gonna know? How are you gonna know? No, but he's not. He's just saying that a lot of times they internalize.
No.
So as a wife, how am I going to know to be there for you? Hold on. How am I gonna know how to be there for you if you're not even expressing what's going on in your life?
But sometimes it takes time for the man to even say anything. Sometimes you just got to give your man a little bit of space, not a whole lot, just a little bit.
That's the thing.
But
that's the thing. That's where communication.
Don't want to do that.
That's where communication comes in, because how do you know how much space to give to him
but
if you guys don't communicate?
He will come to
you communicating.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't.
Agree.
Sometimes some men look at it like, I'm gonna figure this out by myself. I don't want to involve my woman. Listen, I got a dude right now. My dude is in prison. Okay, my dude is in prison. So it's a lot of stuff that he goes through that he won't even tell me.
I agree.
Because he's like, oh, I don't want you worried. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't want you worried. But at the same time, I don't like that because I make up my own shit in my head. So I look at it as like, just tell me what the fuck is going on. If I could do something, I can. If I can't, but I know what you're going through.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Fall
Because
back, yeah.
if we in our brain, we know if we tell you something, it's gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? We don't want it to go
try
there.
to fix it.
But see, that I feel like that's a double-edged sword, because at the same time, okay, I don't want to tell her because she gonna take it above and beyond. So let me deal with it myself. Now you going through something, and your girl on nonchalant because she thinking like everything is good, so she just carrying on her day. Now you looking at it like, damn, she don't even see that I got some shit going on.
No, we're not gonna look at it
you
like
can't
that.
say no, because it is dudes that go like that.
No,
It is dudes. Listen. I know plenty of relationships. I know plenty of people who've been in a relationship with a female that's like, yo, he don't tell me nothing. I be asking him, I be trying to do this. He don't tell me nothing. But on his hand, he looking like, oh, she don't care. She don't even ask me.
But
You see what I'm saying?
I feel like don't know
bad,
what's going on behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
We only know what we see.
Right.
Or what they're telling us.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If you're not saying anything at all, if you're just going through something and you're like, all right, babe, don't worry about it. It doesn't concern you. And you're just like, okay. How do you know he's not going to look at like, damn, why she didn't try to,
because one
figure
thing
out
about men, they tell us exactly what we want. I learned this from my dad. When a man
says what you want.
No, they tell us what we make about stuff in our head. If a man says, I don't like green cups, and you keep bringing a green cup, right? Listen, this cup is red. I'm just gonna give you an example. If a man says this cup is red, you still, and I want a red cup in my house.
Fact.
You still going to Walmart and buying a pink cup. He didn't say pink. He didn't say burgundy. He said red. One thing about men, one thing I learned, and I learned this to be true from my dad. Men always tell us, even if it's a situationship or relationship, a sneaky link, men tell us exactly where they stand. But us as women, we create our own illusion, so we kind of delusional about what we think that this man is saying. But he's clearly telling you, I want red cups in here, and you study buying a burgundy one.
You know why I say that? Because just like he's just said, he said he could be going through something and it don't concern his woman, right? Mm-hmm. But instead of just giving her the piece of it, that's why I say you gotta know your partner. Because just because you're saying, babe, I'm going through something, but it has nothing to do with you, don't mean that put no ease to her mind. She still know her man is going through something. You see what I'm saying? So if you could just say, okay, baby, it doesn't have nothing to do with you, this is what it is. That's going to put her at ease at mind. Because, okay, well, this is what it is. I can't help with that. I can't help with that situation. But if you just tell your girl, oh, baby, don't have nothing to do with you, just don't worry about it, she going to worry.
I'm going to give you an example. Let's say me and my friend beefing about something. Has nothing to do with my girl. And I'd be like, yeah, me and my friend be beefing, da-da-da-da. This don't got nothing to do with you, but we beefing right now. And 2 hours later, you see me with my friend. Now you looking at me like, I thought you was beefing with your friend. We don't want to hear that.
So you should have fucking told her what y'all was beefing about. So at least when she see you talking to him again, she's like, because it was this.
Oh, you see what you just said?
Right.
He should have told you what y'all was beefing about. We don't want to tell you what we was beefing about.
Right, but what I'm saying,
beef different.
But that's why I said sometimes you gotta know your partner.
I don't want to tell you all that.
If you got a woman that's okay with you just being like, babe, don't worry, it don't have nothing to do with you, then that's your woman. But if you have a woman that you know that's constantly thinking, then you have to know how to deal with her.
So why I need to tell you why we was beefing, what time we was beefing, what we were beefing about, when did the beef start.
That depends on the type of woman that you have. That's why I say you got to know your partner.
That's why we don't want to tell y'all a lot of stuff.
No, that's why you need to find your right partner. Because if you find a girl that's okay with you just giving her this minimum and just telling her this, then that's okay.
Yeah, that's
but if you got a girl,
right? But she's not digging all in my personal.
Right, but suppose the girl that you have digs in your personal, she wants to know to put her mind at ease. Then that's not your girl. That's why I say you got to know your partner.
Why me beefing with my friend is gonna put her mind at ease?
Because you're at home, because she knows you, and she sees you at home walking around looking sad and looking depressed.
Me and my friend got into it about something.
Right, but your woman is your other half. Your woman is your other half. So if you're stressed, your woman gonna be stressed. So if you come home and you're telling your woman, me and my homeboy is beefing, and you walking around the house sulking and shit, and she don't know what the fuck is going on, she worried.
But if you replace it, tell me if he tells you.
It's not about fixing it. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about as far as your woman putting her mind at ease to help you be at ease.
Why should I have to put her mind at ease?
I'm not saying you don't have to. That's why I'm saying you got to know your partner. Because if you're with a female that's okay with you just saying, I'm going through something with my homeboy, that's why I'm walking around the house looking like this, and she's like, okay, babe, go through what you're going through. That's your partner. But if you have a woman who makes up scenarios in her head, and she needs the constant reassurance, then you know that you need to tell her A, B, C, D, E. You see what I'm saying?
So I need to thank you. I need to thank you right now.
You need to know your partner.
Yeah.
You gotta know your partner.
When I marry someone, I need to know if you have other scenarios.
No, that's real. That's real. You gotta know your partner.
You need to know if you're gonna marry somebody who creates scenarios.
Thank you. Yeah. That's real.
All right, let's go to Kim. Well, name something else a woman do wrong in a relationship. Yeah, be honest now. You a girl, you a woman.
Come back to me.
Okay, let's go to Nicole. What are things women do wrong in relationships?
Always thinking that they're right because they're the
Ooh,
woman.
hallelujah. Give some examples.
I go a lot.
Women just tend to think that their way is better and they're always right. And so I just think that's
So why do women do that when they claim that men are the head of the household?
That's those women. I mean, I'm just saying I was putting something out there that don't apply to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. But I know that is something that a lot of women do that I feel like is wrong in relationships. They feel like they're always right.
Yeah.
And so you just ask the question, I'm just answering. I don't do
Is that something that's fixable?
Depending on the woman, if she's strong-minded and you see that that's something you should find out through courting.
Right.
Nine out of 10, if a woman is like that, she's not going to change.
Right.
If she feels like she's always right, that's truly the essence of who she is as a person and a woman, and that's not fixable.
Yeah.
You should find that out through courting. And because if you court somebody, like we talked about the 5 or 6 days, by the 5 or 6 days, you're going to kind of know.
You're going to see her personality.
You're going to know that woman feel like she's always right. And so you know that maybe this ain't for me if you don't want a woman like that.
And it's probably a man out there that like a woman like that. It's probably a man out there, I love how she always thinks she's right. You know what I'm saying?
But that might not be the one for you. But I personally, I from having female friends, and I have a lot of friends, that's one thing that I do notice, and I'm around a lot of guys too, that I notice that the guys I know don't like that, and I know that's one thing women have a hard time dealing with not being wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be wrong because you're human. Just because you're a woman, you're not right.
You know why I feel like a lot of women feel like that? Because of that whole women maturing faster than men thing. I feel like a lot of times women feel like their rational is more logical than men.
I feel like it's that, and it's also over independency, and it comes with control.
Yeah.
A lot of women, I would say, and I'm gonna speak on black women because I'm a black woman. A lot of us are very controlling. A lot of us are demanding.
Ooh,
and
Lord.
we just
in church right now.
But I feel like a lot of guys, black men like that. White men too.
No.
Because I feel like
not like that.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Because you know what? I realized?
Being in control and trying to control your man are two different things.
You know what I realized getting older? A lot of men look for the qualities of their mother in their woman.
No.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I don't care what y'all say. No, I don't care what y'all say.
I don't want a man who look at me as his mom.
No. I'm not saying like that. But as far as the nurturing and the mothering,
that's all women should be that.
Right, but that's what a lot of men look for. They look for their mom used to cook for their dad. She would wake up early in the morning and do these things. Those are the qualities that a man look for. A woman have a better chance of keeping
her man if she don't ride him. I'm not talking about sexually. I'm talking about.
She don't ride him.
I'm not talking about sexual. I'm talking about always in his face. Where you going? Where you was at? Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you pick up the phone?
But you see, that's what I say, to each his own, because some men like stuff like that.
No,
yes, they do.
Oh, yeah. I dated a dude.
Thank you.
He said, hold on. He said, when you gonna put a 360 on me, baby?
That's what I'm saying. Some men fucking like that shit. Some men look for a mother.
3 years old.
Bro, some men look for a mother in their wife or their girlfriend.
And I'm telling you,
put a 360. I'm telling you.
He was like, yo, baby, when you gonna put a 360 on me? I'm like,
I'm telling you.
360 on me.
Yeah.
A man wants to miss his girl, bro. We want to, like, if you always in our chest, if you always We want to feel like, damn, my girl ain't called me in like a few hours. What's she up to? Like, if you call me every 10 minutes, it's going to piss me off.
But see, that's why I say people got to know their partner. People got to know their partner. Because within them 5-6 dates, you going to see if she's that type of girl that's going to be blowing your phone up every 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
Alright.
Within them 5-6 dates, you going to see if she's the type of chick that's just like, let me let him do his thing and I'll hit him up later.
Did you figure out anything, Kim? Over there?
Yeah, I got something.
Okay, what you got? What you got?
I feel as if women bring up too much of their past from their past relationships to their current relationships.
True.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they don't want to do what we said earlier. They want to be a wife, but they don't want to
do the wifely duties.
Wifely duties because their past relationship screwed up.
Just don't go in this way.
Right.
You want to finish, Kim?
Yes, it was Kim's situation. He done took over
I'm
and
just
took
saying.
up
I'm
over
just
his
saying.
head.
I'm pointing this
I put my input in.
Yeah.
Y'all good. I put my input in.
Okay.
My mama used to always tell me too. She did tell me this in my early 20s when I was dating this guy, because she overheard me talking. She was like, one thing you do not tell a man all of your past and all of your past situations.
You know why? Because he gonna know what you okay with. So if you say, hey, my ex used to treat me so bad, he would ignore me for a week and then call me. He gonna know you okay with that because you was with that dude for 5 years. So he's like, okay, so if I ignore you for a week, you're gonna stay with me.
And that's why I say all my exes are good. All of them are good and all of them were great. And one dude said, well, they were so good, why y'all not together? They died.
Oh, okay. Keep on going first. Here we go.